responsible. Are there any questions? Literally, it is money, yes. It can be rough, changing of climates and this type of stuff, and all that allergies. I have an extreme amount of allergies, and over the last few years, I have discovered what I could not eat that was affecting my voice. I'll tell you this much. They did a workup on me for allergies, and I have to have an EpiPen and all of that thing, because if I eat certain things, it will cause, sometimes when you eat, you go, a few minutes later, what's going on? It's what's in the food. Okay, and sometimes you have to kind of discover what you can and cannot eat. So eating healthy is not just about weight maintenance, especially when you're a singer. It's about vocal maintenance, because the dairy, we already know that it causes phlegm, and drinking sodas, as we all like, the acid in it, when you talk, your vocal cords do like this, and when you put acid from lemon or anything else, it causes friction and causes those vocal cords to collide, and that's what causes hoarseness. Over talking too much can do it. Pure water is always great. Some people say don't drink the lemon and tea. The lemon can be good, but it needs to be diluted with, water. And tea is always good. I don't suggest drinking things that are hot before you have to sing strongly, because of course the heat warms your vocal cords, and then to shock it with noise can cause hoarseness. And so, yes.
Oh, sorry, I didn't want to.
No, okay, but yeah, but go ahead. You did. No. How did I become famous? Okay, so at 14, I started recording, and I was asked at 18 to come and join a stage where there were gospel greats. GMWA, Gospel Music Workshop of America, was about 50,000 people in that, a part of that, and I became a leader of one of the songs for the youth choir. The choir was about 1,500 young people, and because I led a local song in my local choir, that person heard it and wanted that song to be re-recorded at a higher level, so they invited me to do that. But then I waited. About 3 years later, I was investigated by a record company owner who said that they wanted me to sing and do my own record, and so I did. At 21, I recorded my first record. Now, I'll tell you, that's great. It sounds all wonderful. At 21, you're doing great things, but it's a lot of work. Being a recording artist is a lot of work. I don't think I've ever focused on being famous. I do know that I'm known, but I don't know if I know I'm famous yet. You know what it is? Let me tell you why. And I know a lot of people say, okay, yeah, you're famous. People know you. You're this, that, and the third. But it's the nature of fame, is what I'm saying, that I've not allowed myself to be. Because when you become famous, you become disconnected from what's necessary at times, and you're so self-indulged that you forget about the power of music. And the power of music is a universal language, so whatever causes you to stop speaking, it cuts off the power of the music, and whatever causes you to stop interacting, and seclude yourself from whatever that keeps you from relating. Music is too powerful to become secluded, okay? And so that's what fame is. But how did I become? People heard me, doors opened, time, evolution, and yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, some people asked me that over at Berkeley today. Me and Whitney became close. Whitney started listening to my music in her circle, called me, her manager, who was her sister-in-law, called me and said that she had been listening to the music, which was great. Let me tell you what's crazy. No, actually what happened first, I put a song out with Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy did inspirational CD, and with a lot of people on there. I think you guys are too young, those people there, I don't even remember, 12 something. Michelle would be like, don't do it, I don't know who that is. But he had a lot of artists, Faith Evans and all those people were on Bad Boy, and they did an inspirational record, and so they asked me to be a part of it, and I did. And I did a song called In Between Where I've Been and Where I'm Going, Special Place. And I didn't even know that the record was out yet, and Whitney heard Special Place, and she was in New York, so I think she had been dealing with Puff, and he said, I want you to hear something. And Whitney was alone in New York in her room, and I'll put the details of that in my book, hint, hint. And but she was listening to the song, and she found my number and called me. So of course, the first 3 seconds, I'm like, oh, come on, whoever this is, give me a break. But her voice was very distinctive. I couldn't deny after a minute, this is really Whitney Houston, this is craziness. And so I'm like, what? And I listened to your song. I'm by myself. Okay, so after getting over the moment, that this was Whitney, I'm like, this is crazy. So we didn't hear from each other like 3 years after that. Whitney's father died, and they reached out and said, Whitney is locked in the restroom, she won't come out, but she's only listening to you. It's on repeat. So the only combination we have to get her out of this is for you. Really? Great. So she's in there listening to my music, and they said, we need you to come in for the funeral, and it'll balance her out. So I flew in, I sang at Whitney's father's funeral. And when we met, I don't even remember how long Whitney held me. They just drove up, and all these cars, of course, because she's Whitney, and you couldn't get near the church, and all of this stuff. And I go to this car, and she's sitting in there with a mink coat on and shades at night. So Hollywood. Oh, Whitney. And so I laid in, and all I remember was greeting, a hug. I didn't even get a chance to see her face, and that was our initial moment of becoming close. And we stayed that way up until the day she died. So that was that. Yeah. Yes.
You know, like, okay, so you do these runs, right? And things that you hear, like these things. You hear like these black
Yes.
How did you learn to hear those things? Because I can hear it somewhat, but like I can't find where I'm going.
You can. Okay, so besides that, most of it, I have to say it is a gift, because I didn't go to school for anyone to teach me. I'm a huge observer, and there's a natural gift of love for music. And then I appreciate music. And then listening to do, I think I started discovering notes because as I explained at the college today, when I first started singing publicly, people could not accompany me. They were on the keyboard, but it was such a distraction. And I was like, they're keeping me from hearing what I want to hear. And this is not right. It's not balanced. So I started singing over what they were playing. I started singing in between, going like, this is where I want to go. So, like, it said, amazing grace, how sweet the sound. So I hear amazing grace, how sweet. So, no, what it did, I didn't just go to what I wanted to hear. So, because I wanted to hear that, I sang it. And I didn't even mean for it to become a run. I was just trying to get to where I wanted them to go. And what it is, I didn't suddenly go, amazing grace. I didn't want to just go there. So, amazing grace, okay? But doing it faster that's the direction I'm going. Please meet me there. You got time. Other notes, okay? So that was my direction with that, and it ended up being signature, and people started identifying me with runs. But little do they know, it came from me trying to say to the accompanist, can you just play along with what I like to do? You know, or today, whatever the case. But that's where that came from. Yes, Edward Mark, yes.
I wanted to know, like, the song, like how when you sit down and you can, like, I need to write a song, or you see something that inspires you, but what makes you, like, this is it, this is that?
I download so many things about one thing. I don't resolve quickly. It's only with things that don't interest me. I'm being honest. Things that don't interest me very much, I come to a quick conclusion because I want to get rid of it, which is not always fair to the process. But when it comes to songs, if you notice, I've taken 10-year breaks in recording. I don't record every year. Oh my God, it's too redundant for me. I just don't like it. Live off of it, my God. Whatever I did last, love it or hate it, and who cares, you know. But it's been my perspective. I don't advise it for anybody else. It's been my perspective. And to observe things that are in the world, if that were the case, I would write a song every single hour of the day. God, how many songs would I write about Trump right about now? You know, and Hillary, and you know, so much of what's happening in the world. But I kind of sense what's happening spiritually. I have a gift called discernment that I'm very proud of, and I discern what is necessary for who it is I deliver to. Like even when I show up for concerts, although there's a song list, if that's not what the room feels like, I don't like program. I don't like going through, well, we rehearsed this, we can do that. But it'll have to probably not be in the order that you gave, depending on the environment. Now, if it is a situation like college and we're doing it for a certain kind of work program thing, a study, then it makes sense. But on a spiritual note, based on delivery and necessity for message, I kind of discern what's necessary. So sitting and writing is a big process for me. I usually like other people to write, and then I give my opinion. That means add a verse and make it mine. Yeah, yes.